back to the Nail Chronicles. So today I've got two awesome polishes that I am showing here. My first one is the ILNP My Little Glacier, and you've seen me rage on about ILNP in my past videos. Every time I'm asked what my favorite polish, they pop up always on top of my list. And this one's no exception to it. It's a beautiful color, though it's very sheer, which is typical of the ILNP polishes. And so it did take a good 3 coats for this polish to actually become nice and opaque, but it's just, I guess it's just what to expect. If you are getting an ILNP, you will go through it a lot quicker because you do need the full 3 coats. Whereas on a typical polish, you could even get away with 1 coat. Personally, I always do 2, just to make sure that it's a nice solid color. So moving on to my second polish, and I will warn you, I've sped up this video because it does take me a little while to paint my nails, particularly when I'm filming. So this one's the Essie Go Overboard, and it's a beautiful aqua sort of blue-green color, and the video is exactly how it looks when I had it on my hands, which is amazing. Quite often I find that the color doesn't show up as nicely, but it's showing up beautifully, so I'm quite happy with how that's filmed. I found the polish to stick to the brush quite a lot when I was painting, so you'll see here in a second when I put it on my little pinky, it kind of looks like I've just gone and made a big mess. What actually happened is it just kind of exploded out of the brush, like a pen breaking and all the ink going everywhere. And so I don't know whether I just hadn't wiped off the brush enough to clear off the polish, or whether it actually held onto it. And when I did my other hand, it felt like the brush was just really holding onto the polish, which can be a good thing, but I think it was just holding on that little bit too much, and so it made it a little bit more difficult to actually apply the polish, and I had to be a little bit more careful in terms of making sure I wiped off the brush and didn't have too much sitting there so that I didn't get it everywhere all over my fingers like my pinky. So I ended up, like I said before, I applied 3 coats of the ILNP. The Essie, I ended up applying a second coat as well, just because I wanted to make sure that the manicure lasted a full week. If I was just doing this for a few days, I honestly would probably be a bit lazy and just do the single coat. But personally, I prefer doing 2 coats and make sure if you've missed any streaks, particularly because the lighting in my place isn't that great, so I have actually missed a spot without even realizing. Then you get into different lighting, you're like, oh my god, what did I do? But yeah, and so in terms of my design, I went with the accent nail because I really wanted to try both of these colors out, and I felt that the colors kind of complemented each other and worked quite nicely together. And I've been desperate to try particularly the Essie, as I've had it sitting in my drawers for a little while and I've been hanging out to give it a go. So here's my final design. I hope you like it, and I hope you liked my review. And I'm curious to know if you've had the same issue with the Essie brushes. I have got some more colors, so I'll try them out and see. Maybe it's just this one, or maybe it's just the way the Essie brush is designed, and if it is, then I'll just have to remember to wipe it off a little bit better than I would normally. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on Essie or ILNP or any other nail polish related things down in the comments. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and get chatting. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.